you've got $20 to burn and tax depending on your local situation, and you got a Target near you, then bean there, donut that. Am I right? It's it's 146 pieces. 40358 is the item number, and it's a fun little exclusive set that does kill babies. You want to hear something fun? Components made in Denmark, Hungary, and Mexico. There's no China, no Switzerland, no USA, no Czech Republic. Just those ones. But you see the actual size character up here. And why is that important? Well, on the back of the box, there's 3 different pictures depicting the adventures of dog and barista. Yeah, that sounds better. The first one up here, they are just she's just having a slice of pie. She fell asleep. Dog come over and he's gonna have himself a donut. This one over here, she's obviously not to work yet, and he comes up and he starts wrecking the place up basically. And then she comes in on her bike, hits the trash can, spilling trash everywhere, tries to stop the dog. It's a whole thing. But don't worry, they're good friends because they actually go ahead and clean up everything, and then on this side they go and have a little adventure. They're gonna go deliver some coffee. It looks like very, very wholesome set. $20, like I said, available at Target. So we're pretty far in. We just looked at the box. It was a pretty interesting box. First of all, let's start with some of the stuff close up. You're like, what are these figures? Well, they're pretty generic figures. Just this is a nurse person. She does have a cell phone as her accessory, and let's pull that light right in the front. Nice accessory, good looking prints. No prints on the legs. Appropriate though. Good doctor figure. She's coming in on her way in from the night shift. She's going home. She's gonna grab some donuts and coffee, all that stuff. What about this old man here? He's just drinking some coffee, and a lot of reflective stuff on his high visibility vest. No leg printing again. We do have some back printing, very nice, and just an old looking dude. He's out on his lunch break. Unions, am I right, man? This one, he's a businessman. He's got a business briefcase. Now, printing on the back, of course, because he's that's about right. He's got the red business tie. Ooh, very business. But he's going to an important meeting. This is a business expense. Now, the thing that I do have to mention, and I would be absolutely remiss if I didn't go into some of the details. They're just absolute beastly steps, and the briefcase is one of them. Page 9 gets real intense real fast. You just gotta fold that briefcase up. But page 8, man, it was a struggle too. Put the lid on the trash can. And that's honestly the best part about the instructions. They are brutal, unforgiving. This is a Target exclusive, and they want you to know what you're getting, when you go to Target. Real men Lego, not little babies. So we also have Spot Dog. Spot Dog is great, a very fun figure, good for all kinds of stuff. Fire patrolling. He's a German Shepherd in disguise. Who knows? Then we have this tiny build with $100, a donut, and some coffee on the table. That's about right. And this little A-frame sign, if you're ever been to anywhere ever, you've seen that. But look, it's got an actual print on it too. So everything we've looked at has had a print so far. So what about let's skip ahead to our protagonist here, and it's the coffee clerk. She got a smile on one side. She does have a second face of her like daydreaming or something. Very, very nice. Printing on the back that you would need to represent something like that. No leg printing, so the apron does kind of abruptly end, but that's okay. This is the bike that she comes on to work with because she's not paid enough by this tiny stand to afford a car or Uber. It does have a basket on the back, very nice. That azure color. It rolls, of course. And you get the helmet to make her safe, because that's part of the story too, and honestly. So you can tell that this is an American set, and it's because there's food in here. But it's just, look at all these extra pieces. There's a bunch of them that are printed, one of each thing, and then there's also an extra printed pie and that banana from the side of the box. So lots of food bits. Some of those representing who knows what's, honestly. I don't know. But they're there, and it's fine. It's good appropriate stuff. The actual build. Now the build, if you noticed on the box, which you might have because you're a sleuth-eyed detective man, it's got little wings that flip up. And we're going to have a hard time focusing on it if we're focusing on my hand. Little wings on both sides that can be folded up or down to make little coffee tables. And you could stick your donut or your coffee or something right there and have a little table to eat at. But what about this table? Well, I mean, it's a little tall. It's a little tall table. Comes right up to this man's nipples. And, he's having a little bit of a hard time eating there. But that's fine. You do have that coffee cup on the front, which I like to remove. Now, in here, we're going to have a little bit hard time getting that lighting right, but there's all kinds of little printed things. Some cookies, some donuts, pie, different cookies, little jelly-filled centers, and then we have the little thing in there, and it's got a little printed donut in there as well. There's one up on the sign, one up on this sign. There's this sign over here with the donut. So many donuts. You're like, damn, donuts. The top has a yellow mug, and you're like, wait a minute, they only serve coffee in red mugs. Well, they do. And are you ready for some of the deepest lore you've ever seen in a Lego set? They have a tall coffee cup. And you're saying, that's just a stack of cups, guy. Well, first of all, there's no other handles. And second of all, you see what that is? That's 3 coffee cups on the ground from the dog, and one of them has all the pieces. But that's not going to convince me, you say. Well, look at this. One of those coffee cups is taller than the other, and it's because neat. It's because it's sitting like this in there. Taller. Looks about right. Maybe it's not, but I like the idea of having the taller coffee cup because that's always a thing at coffee places. You want to get a large or whatnot. The back of the thing kind of a little bit. You got a little bit of a gap there. Not. A little more plate could have fixed that. You do have a printed cash register, and it's kind of the aqua color, light blue color. Very nice color. Like that color a lot. Used for the coffee machine in there. And again, it's a little dark in there, but it's very usable space. Great detailing of using the rounded pieces of facade bricks. Got a nice lot of space under there. You can store all kinds of little coffee cups and stuff. So that's big positives. So for the lore reasons and the fact that it only has 3 countries of origin, I'm going to give this set a big thumbs up. Clicking on the subscription in the middle, automatic video over here, and you can click on the coffee lady for a video that I picked for you. Also subscribe and comment. I don't know. Doctor with the printed curves, very thin, but she's got that thick coffee making body.